Hello traders, Day Trader Matt here of businesswithtrading.com doing a trading strategy recap for Friday the 31st of July. It's the end of the week, it's the end of the month, and we've had a fantastic July. But let's get into what we actually did today in our trading room. We ended up with one trade and 1 point. That's not that good, but it is what it is. What happened, the market did gap up pretty nicely and then it started to sell off. So we kind of just watched this, waited to see what was going to play out. Price came down here, started to chop around. So we put in an order right down here at 9 even right here. Price did come down and hit it, but it never traded through it. We never got filled and price just started to come higher. It's one of those things. And it is what it is. As price came up here, we were trying to get short a little bit higher, never occurred, so never got in there. Tried to get in long down here, couldn't. It never came down far enough, and then it started to come up again. So we took a short right up in here, and we had our trade up here for long enough, so when price actually hit it, we got filled. Very interesting. That's kind of a rare occurrence. We had our order up there, we did get filled, and we were able to watch price come down, and then we moved our stop down, so we got stopped out right up in here. So we ended up with a point on that trade, and then we kind of just watched things for a little bit. The interesting part was the place I really wanted to get short actually did trade after 12 o'clock, and price ran much lower. I was looking at least into this region here, and then price obviously did dip down a little bit beyond that. So I thought that was interesting to point out. Every day in the E-mini trading room, after we're finished trading for the day, we talk about analysis and what we're looking for going forward. And sometimes it's pretty clear cut. I like to get short here, like to get long here, what have you. And other times it's very convoluted, very unclear. So I wanted to show today just because, we only did make a point. Price moved quite a bit, but in the grand scheme of things, we actually did pretty good. So let's look at our July numbers. These are our July numbers in our three services: Swing Trade Group, the Option Service, and E-mini Trading Room service as well. So since we're talking about the E-mini Trading Room, let's talk about that first. This month of July, we made 60 trades. We were 46 and 14. I don't know why that was hard to say. We were 46 and 14 and came out with a 76.6% success rate. I think that comes out to like 76.666666666, something like that. And we came out with 75.5 points. The performance page is going to be a little bit less than what we actually did, and I do that for a specific reason. I don't want to say this is what we made. I want to give a little bit of this is what we did, maybe 60% or 50%, something like that. That's what I try to do, and it makes more sense in my mind, because I feel that nobody can follow anything 100%. I feel that's with everything. That's just how I am as a person, and that's why I do things like that. So you will see a lower point rate in the trading performance page. And so I do that for a specific reason. The options group, everybody in the options group is on auto trades. We make what we make. During the month of July, we had 8 trades, and we were 5 for 3. And that is actually not anywhere close, 83.3. I'm not sure where that came from. It was actually a 62.5% success rate. So that's what it should have read. I'm going to save that. We put out $13.63 and came back with $14.35, which equated to a 72-cent profit. And that was 5%. So we made 5% on our money for the month of July. It's the worst performance we've had so far during 2015. And, if you make 5%, that's your worst performance. I don't think that's a bad thing. Of course, I'm not happy with it. I would like to get a lot better than that. But just to show you, this was our worst performance of 2015. We made 5%. Our future swing trade group, we barely traded at all. We made 4 trades and came out with $2,260. And that gave us a 90% success rate on that. And actually, that is not right either. 90%. Gotta be kidding me. That's 75% success rate. I think these numbers probably carried over from last month. It is what it is. I need to double check my math before I do these videos. But it is what it is. I'm not going to record this over. It's we know what we did. We took an ES trade, and that's highlighted on the main page of the website, ES Futures Trade. Got 20 points on that, which equates to $2,000. Sugar, we took 50 cents, and that came to $560 profit. Corn, we took 2 points, which is basically nothing, but it gave us $100. And live cattle, we ended up taking a point loss for $400. And all of that added up came to 4 trades and $2,260, 75% success rate. So that's pretty much what we did this month. We did have a very good month overall, I would say. Future swing trade group, I think that's the least amount we've made in 2015. Options, worst month of 2015. E-mini trading room, not the worst. It's in the middle somewhere. And that's basically what we did. What I strive for, I don't really have a certain limit or a certain area that I look for. But I'm always going to compare the stats with what we did last month and 2 months ago and 3 months ago. Because as traders, we're only as good as our last trade. And in saying that, I don't mean, we took a stop out on this one trade. Let's say, for example, live cattle. We took a stop out on live cattle. That doesn't mean that we're horrible and, need to kill ourselves because we got stopped out on a trade. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is we're only as good as our last trade, meaning how did your last 3, 5, 10 trades go? Average all that together. Are you still doing as good or better, or are you doing incrementally worse? So let's say our last 10 trades, we got stopped and we moved our stop after we got into the trade because it looked like we were going to be stopped out. Then we moved our stop back again, and we're just taking massive losses. If that happens, then there's a big problem. So one stop out doesn't really matter because that's part of trading. You're going to be stopped out. That's one guarantee of trading. You're going to end up being stopped out. You're going to have analysis that's wrong. That's the guarantee of trading. But if you learn how to trade and use things to your advantage, then yeah, you can make a very awesome living trading. So, wanted to highlight this month, talk about what we did. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. You can always add below if you have any comments, feedback, suggestions, any questions. Feel free, open forum. If you would rather email me, you can do so. support@abusinesswithtrading.com. A lot of people like to email me, and that's cool. That's why I have different mediums of contact. So with that, thanks for watching. Have an excellent rest of your day. Have an awesome weekend, and I'll see you back here next week in the markets. Thank you.